Mixed martial arts is filled with ups and downs. One moment you have everything, and before you know it, you're left with nothing. This is a list of fighters who were on top at one point and have since fallen from grace. Jon Jones is rarely mentioned on this channel, but was once considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Jones has dominated nearly all his opponents, making short work of almost everyone he's fought, and was the youngest fighter to become UFC champion at only 23 years old. The only opponent capable of stopping Jones is Jones himself.
I will place you under arrest,
and then you will go see a lawyer to ask him about this paperwork.
Okay.
I'm sure I have the right to do that, buddy.
Jones has been arrested numerous times over the years, from crashing cars while drunk to crashing cars while high.
Yeah, and then they come 21 right here.
Jones has gotten as creative with his driving as he is with his striking.
Look what he's able to pull off. The blam!
Baking soda! I got baking soda!
He was stripped of his championship belt last year when he broke a pregnant woman's arm after causing a hit and run. Jones was recently arrested again. And you guessed it.
Good luck, players. Here we go into the Jeopardy round.
For driving offenses. He was cited for multiple infractions, including drag racing. The offense was a violation of his probation, landing him back in jail yet again.
True honor.
Anderson Silva was once considered the greatest fighter of all time, and then he wasn't. Silva seemed unbeatable as middleweight champion, winning 17 straight fights, most of them by spectacular knockout.
Oh, what a shot! Beautiful.
Silva's impressive win streak came to an abrupt end at UFC 162 when he was knocked out by Chris Weidman. Silva and Weidman fought once again at UFC 168, with Silva losing after suffering a broken leg.
Oh my goodness! Wow!
A year later, the win was overturned after he tested positive for multiple steroids.
What do you have to say to your fans about the failed drug test?
So, I don't know what happened.
The positive result put a shadowy cloud over all his past wins. Silva attempted to save his reputation by claiming he doesn't use steroids and only tested positive due to some tainted Cialis he got from a friend.
Nos Estados Unidos nem no Brasil.
What was in the supplement was a sexual enhancement supplement.
The Athletic Commission didn't buy his story and suspended him for 1 year and was fined $380,000.
This is actually a new topic for me also.
And how long have you actually used it?
Silva was also unsuccessful in his most recent fight against Michael Bisping, losing a controversial decision. Wanderlei Silva was one of the most feared fighters of his time, going by the appropriate nickname, the Axe Murderer. Wanderlei won the Pride Middleweight Championship in 2001 and won 16 fights in a row, excluding a draw and a no contest. Wanderlei was set to fight in 2014 when he was approached by an employee of the Nevada Athletic Commission attempting to collect a urine sample for a random drug test. Silva immediately fled the scene and ran away from the drug test, taking the next flight home to Brazil. Silva was harshly punished for not taking the drug test and was given a lifetime ban by the Nevada Commission, which has since been overturned.
I want to say first and foremost that Wanderlei Silva has been fighting for 20 years, has over 50 professional fights, and has never failed a drug test. He's complied with all the rules and regulations of every licensing body.
Wanderlei claimed he ran from the drug test because he was taking a diuretic and denied any steroid allegations. This wasn't the last of his troubles, though. In 2015, he was sued by the UFC after accusing the organization of fixing fights. Silva retracted his comments and was released from his UFC contract. Tim Sylvia used to be a dominating force in the heavyweight division, winning 16 fights in a row, and won the UFC Heavyweight Championship in 2006 by knocking out Andrei Arlovski. Arlovski was a heavy favorite to win, making Sylvia's victory even more impressive. Tim defended his title 2 months later, defeating Arlovski once again, this time by decision. After multiple title defenses, Sylvia was beaten by Randy Couture. After losing his title, Sylvia eventually parted ways with the UFC. In 2009, Sylvia took a fight against former boxing champion Ray Mercer in an unsanctioned MMA fight.
It's no secret I'm going to use Ray as a stepping stone for boxing, no doubt about it.
Sylvia was expected to win the fight without much of a fuss, but decided to box with Mercer, which, only 9 seconds in, led to this result. Sylvia's post-UFC career has been a mix of wins and losses in various small shows around the country and overseas. And a few honorable mentions. Fedor Emelianenko was unbeaten for over 30 fights and was widely regarded as the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world until he lost 3 fights in a row in Strikeforce.
Because the one who doesn't fall doesn't stand up.
Mark Kerr was one of the scariest fighters in the heavyweight division, but after a career of steroid and substance abuse, he was never able to recapture his past glory. Jason Mayhem Miller went from being a TV star and loved by fans to competing with Crazy Horse Bennett to see who can take the most mugshots. Conor McGregor won the UFC Featherweight Championship and is the most popular fighter in the UFC today, until Nate Diaz slapped him silly. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe.